There are many excels in cycle. There are two, one in wheel, one in front wheel, another in second back wheel, and third in will be in chain. Okay, where you are moving your pedal. There is another third wheel and axle over there. So they are having a nice wheel and axle over there. Now you can see wheel and axle in steering wheel as well in the car steering wheel. Okay, pulley. Pulley is a a wheel. Okay, where rope or it is connected with a rope or chain or belt. Okay, so what it is making our work easy, it will lift the heavy load without any without with just less force. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
okay, this is the
Ma'am, in
okay, you can see here. Okay, this is a big load, heavy load. What is
ma'am,
but with the yes,
ma'am, in some gav, yes, gav, there was a kua.
yes,
Well, yeah, well,
yes,
ma'am,
well,
उसमें this pulley
yeah,
is used.
right, yes, we'll use same way. वेरी गुड बेटा आपने पता है कुएं में देखा होगा कि देयर इज अ पुली एंड वन एंड ladies are pulling, okay, and another there is a pot which is full of water. Okay, वो नीचे से खींचते हैं पानी. So this is a good example of pulley. Here also you can see here when you this is a load. Okay, this is a load. So what is happening? We are putting effort here. हम लोग effort हमारा effort हम यहाँ से दे रहे हैं. So what is happening? We are we can easily pull this load. Okay, lift the load. This is fixed pulley. Okay, but this is an example of movable pulley. This is a movable pulley. Okay, not fixed. This one is fixed. Okay, but the other one is not fixed. It is movable. So there are two types of pulleys. First is fixed pulleys and second is movable pulley. Now third one is inclined plane. Inclined plane means slope. Okay, what we are using this thing. Okay, to unload the truck. Okay, ट्रक में क्या होता है पता है, वो ऊपर नीचे का पीछे से वो ढाल देते हैं तो क्या हो जाता है, इट इज इंक्लाइन प्लेन. सो यू कैन unload your truck very easily. ऊपर से ऐसे नीचे उतारना, उसे अच्छा अच्छे से डाल के ड्रॉप कर डालो तो नीचे उतर जाता है वो. So inclined plane, it is known as inclined plane, okay, with slope. Inclined plane is a slope, okay, that moves a heavy load with less effort. You can see this inclined plane in hospitals, theaters, okay, where wheelchairs and stretchers. In hospital क्या होता है, हॉस्पिटल में चढ़ा देते हैं ना स्ट्रेचर में बिठा के. सो बिकॉज वो एक अच्छा है ताकि लोड को इजीली अनलोड और अपलोड किया जा सकता है. दिस इज वेज. A wedge is made up of when two inclined planes are placed together. Okay, when two inclined planes are placed together, it becomes a wedge. This arrangement is known as wedge. A wedge is simple machine used to cut or slice the object. Now, these wedges are helping in cutting or slicing the object. The head of the axe and the blade of the knives are the example of the wedge. Now, the head of the edge and the blade are the good example of wedge. Now, everyone knows what is screw. Screw is also modified inclined plane. Okay, so now everyone knows the screw is very helpful in our day-to-day life. It is helping us to fix thing tightly. Okay, anything if you want to fix it, any machines or anything, and we have to fix, we are using screw to fix it. Okay, so screws are very useful in our day-to-day life. Now there are some bigger screws as well. This bigger screw is known as screw jacks, which is used to lift the cars and heavy objects. Okay, when screw jacks are used to lift cars and other heavy objects. Now, we will learn. Our chapter is being finished here. Now we are summing up. Okay, so we are doing summary. Force first when we started our chapter, we had learned about the force. Okay, force. What is now force? Force is a push or pull, which is given to move the object or stop the object. Or you can, with the help of force, you can even change the direction and change the shape of the object. Now, this is force. Okay, force. With the help of force, what we can do? We can move the
Can
object.
move an object, stop an object from moving, change the direction of movement, change the shape of an object.
Yes. Okay, we can do these things for the help of force. Now there are many type of forces. Okay, from that we have given 7 to 8 type of forces here. Muscular forces, muscular force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, elastic force, buoyant force, mechanical force, magnetic force, and frictional force is given here. Okay, so these forces are really useful in our day-to-day life. We are using it every now and then. Okay, muscular force. First is muscular force. Muscular force. Yes, Zuhair, can you explain me what is? Sorry, not Zuhair. Hasan Kapasi. Yes, Hasan Kapasi.
Yes, ma'am.
What is muscular force?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Can
I
you?
got to network, please. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, yes, Bida, you there? Bida, yes. Yes, Bida, you there, Bida? Okay. Who will explain me what is muscular force?
Ma'am, also now I can explain.
Okay.
Ma'am, my voice is coming, no?
Yes, your voice is okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Muscular force. Just
Yes, ma'am.
muscular.
Ma'am, muscular force means that our our
Yes.
body movement is possible with the help of
Muscular. Yes.
muscles.
Yes.
We running, walking, standing, sitting, pushing,
Okay.
pulling, and that are the examples that we use that are the help of muscles.
Okay.
We are doing that things,
Work.
running, walking.
Oh.
But we our muscles are not working, so we do nothing.
Mm.
Running, walking, standing, nothing.
Okay. So this force, the force is coming from the muscles is known as muscular force. We can give a good examples of running, walking, standing, eating, okay, reading. All these happening because of muscles. So the force is coming from the muscles is known as muscular force. What is gravitational force? Yes, who will say me? Paryani Shafiq. Open the microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
What is gravitational force? Gravitational force. Yes, you know what is gravitational force? Yes or no?
Ma'am, Hassan?
No, I want Shafiq to answer. Yes,
Ma'am, I
Shafiq,
don't
but
know.
आता है कि नहीं आता है? You know or no? Or don't know?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay. Gravitational force. Okay, Shafiq, please read, listen it properly. Okay, I'll ask you again.
Ma'am, Hassan can explain.
Yes, Hassan.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the force with which the earth pulls everything.
Yes.
Pulls the force. There is a force that earth pulls everything towards in center.
Mm-hmm.
It is called gravitational force, or we tell gravity.
Okay.
Now, one example is I give one example. Water falls up and up to down. Water
Mm.
falls down due to the gravitational force, because ma'am, the gravitational force, it pulls the water to downside.
Hmm. Very,
Downside.
very good, Hassan. Okay. Now, gravitational force means the force, as Hassan told us that yeah, gravity. Okay, gravity भी बोल सकते हो, gravitational force भी बोल सकते हो. Okay. So, gravitational force is the force which Earth is pulling everything towards the center. Okay, वो खींचती है अपनी तरफ. Okay, this force is known as gravitational force. As you know that fruits are falling from the tree. Okay, where it is coming towards the earth. Okay, वो earth के खींचते हैं. Why? Because of gravitational force. Why it is not flying? Because flying to the sky. Okay, because of gravitational force it is coming downwards. Okay, rain. You can give a good example of rain. Rain is coming from the sky towards earth. Why it is not going above the clouds? Okay, because there is a
Gravitational force.
gravitational force. Yes, so rain is the drop of the water is the earth is pulling the water towards earth. Okay, each drop of water earth is pulling. So it is coming towards earth. You can give another example, waterfall, as Hassan gave us, that water is falling from the fall from top to bottom, okay, towards earth. Why? Because of gravitation. Our earth is pulling water, okay, to come down because of gravitational force. The fruits and the vegetables are falling from the towards earth, okay. Why? Because of gravitation. Fruits are falling. You can see an apple tree, from the tree of apple. Apple is falling downwards because of gravitational force. It is not going to the sky. It is coming towards the earth because of gravitational force. Earth is pulling that apple. So now electrostatic force. Yes, Ragib will make us understand. Yes, Ragib, you there, beta? Ragib Hassan.
Hassan,
Where is Ragib?
ma'am,
I
he
don't
is
know where.
not. He is not
Okay.
there.
Okay. Who will explain me? I don't want Hassan now. I want another person to explain me what is electrostatic. Yes, Bida. Bida, yes, where are
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Okay, can you explain me what is electrostatic force?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if we rub any plastic object,
Yes.
any
With
like
wool.
unfoldable plastic object to wool
Yeah.
or on hair, so it will it will generate magnetic forces. It when we will do the small pieces of a paper, it will attract the pieces of paper.
Yes.
So
That
it
is
is called electrostatic force.
You can do it with comb or you can do it with scale. Just rub it with in your head. Okay. So what will happen? It will create a force. Okay. It will the plastic will act as a magnet. When you go near the piece of paper, that plastic will attract the paper and act as so it is acting as a magnet. So this force is known as electrostatic force. Now yes, elastic force. Yes, 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 elastic force.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, elastic force means if we like any rubber object, if we pull or push that rubber object, it will regain its shape.
Yes.
Regain its shape. Like
Yes.
I can give an example of uh, rubber band. So
Yes.
if we will pull it, so in second it will regain its shape.
Okay. Yes.
Or a
Okay.
spring, if we push it, then if we stop pushing it, it will regain its shape.
Yes. Very good. Elastic force means a force which it is mainly happens in rubber. Okay. So when you stretch in rubber band, what is happening? When you leave stretching, it will regain the shape immediately within a second. Okay, you can take a good example of that smiley ball. You know, yellow small squeezy ball is coming. Okay, when you squeeze that ball, what will happen? It will squeeze, but when you just leave left that left squeezing, what will happen? Stop squeezing, it will regain the shape again. You can so this type of force is known as elastic force. Now buoyant force. Who will explain me what is buoyant force? Rehan Sheikh, yes. Sheikh Rehan. बोलो बेटा. Yes, Sheikh Rehan. Open the microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Buoyant force. Can you explain me what is buoyant force? Yes, Sheikh Rehan. Yes or no? Sheikh Rehan, समझाओगे? Yes, no?
Ma'am, he is not unmuting the mic.
Okay. So can you explain me?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, buoyant force means a force that pushes the object up in
Water. In
forces the
water.
object to float on water or
Hmm.
sink in water.
Sink नहीं बेटा, float. Sink तो डूब जाना.
Yes, ma'am. To float on water, like I can give you one example of oil and water.
Hmm.
So if we mix them, so oil will float, but the water will downward. It will go downwards, and the oil which we mixed with water, it will come upwards.
Okay.
It is pushing the oil upwards.
Okay. Now let me give explain. Buoyant force means the force. It is coming from the water. Okay. So the force which is the water is forcing. So when you put something inside, what is happening? The thing will float या sink. Okay. वो या तैरेगी या sink हो जाएंगी. Okay. Float means तैरना, sink हो यानी डूब जाना. Okay. So if the thing is floating, the buoyant force is more. Okay, as compared to the weight of that object. Okay, वो हल्का होगा, so force will be more. So the thing is floating. When thing is heavy, the water cannot force that much. So the thing is sinking inside. Okay, you can take an example of plastic. Okay, a plastic spoon. Okay, it is light, so the force can the water can force it easily, so the plastic spoon is floating. But when you put a piece of metal, what is happening? It cannot be able to push. Okay, water cannot be able to push, and so the piece of metal will sink. Okay, mechanical force. Yes, Beta. Can you explain me what is mechanical force?
Ma'am, mechanical force is the force which is done by machines.
No. Okay, yes, machines. Yes. Okay. Can you explain me detail?
What, ma'am?
Can you explain me in detail?
Yes, ma'am. I can give you example. Of an nut cutter. So it forces it forces nut to break. It
Hmm.
pushes nut.
Hmm. Why? Because the surface of the nut and the surface of cutter both are forcing together. Okay. So
Yes,
when two surface comes in contact and force, okay, then this type of force is known as mechanical force. Okay, you can give a good example of walking. Okay, so a surface of our legs and earth both are coming in contact. Okay, you can take a good example of driving. Okay, tire. So the surface of the tire and the surface of the ground is touching each other. So when two surface touches each other, okay, is known as this force is known as mechanical force. Yes, I want Hassan Kapasi. Open your microphone. Magnetic force.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, magnetic. Ma'am, magnetic force is the pulling force.
Okay.
Ma'am, magnets. That the magnet is that is made up of iron. Iron. Yes, iron. Ma'am, magnets have a space round. Means space round that are
Hmm.
called a magnetic field.
Fill.
Magnetic field. मैम
Okay.
जब
Yes, let me. Okay, yes.
मैम जब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट that is made up of iron, it
Hmm.
comes with an field.
Hmm.
It in field it experience that the magnetic force.
Okay, let me explain you. Okay, when you attract something, okay, when you're attracting nail, okay, iron nail or small pieces of iron to the magnet, okay, some force is there to hold that pieces of iron. Okay, वो जो पकड़े रखता है वो जो चीज को, okay, iron things, okay, so which is holding, okay, magnet is holding, okay, pieces of example pieces of small pieces of iron and nails of iron. Okay, so that are holding. This force is known as magnetic force. Okay, कोई force है जो खींचे रखता है nails को. Okay, nails यानी खिल्ली. Okay, छोटी छोटी खिल्लियां को क्या को पकड़े रखता है वो. That is known as this force. Okay, is known as magnetic force. Now frictional force. Yes, who will,
ma'am, can
who
I
will,
explain with the yes?
yes,
Ma'am, frictional force is friction slows the object or stops the object. Like if we will throw a ball, so when we throw the ball, we do the force. We push the ball. We do the force. So if the force will end, then the frictional force will slow down and stop the ball.
okay, okay. You can give a good example of brake, brakes in a vehicle. Okay, when we use brake, what is happening? Just objects are stop moving. Okay, when you apply in scooter, okay, when you apply brake in scooter, what is happening? The scooter is stopping, okay, and slow down. Okay, so because of friction. Okay, the friction force is helping us to slow down the moving object. Okay, this is known as friction. Now, simple machine. You know that what is simple machine? Simple machine is a machine that is reducing our work, okay, reducing our force, okay, which is making our work easy, and the amount of force which is applying will reduce. Okay, so we don't get tired because of this simple machine. There are many simple machines: levers, wheel and axle, wedge, pulley, inclined plane, screw. Okay, yeah. So this is all our simple machine. As you know that there are three types of lever: first class lever, second class lever, third class lever. As you know that for in first class lever, fulcrum is in between and effort and load is inside. In second class, load is in between and fulcrum and effort is inside. And in third class lever, effort is in between and fulcrum and load is in between. Sorry, inside. Okay, so these are three types of lever. Okay, I can give a good example of class 1 where fulcrum is in between. Fulcrum means fixed point. Okay, fulcrum is a fixed point. एंड लोड एंड इफर्ट, एज यू नो इफर्ट यानी प्रेशर देना, जो हम काटने के लिए कुछ करने के लिए जो फोर्स देते हैं वो इज नोन एज इफर्ट. एंड लोड मीन्स जिसको मूव करना होता है या काटना होता है कि टर्न करना है कुछ, उसको लोड बोलते हैं. सो फुलक्रम इज इन बिटवीन in class 1 lever. So can give you a good example. Scissor. Okay, scissor is a class 1 lever because the fixed point is in between. Okay, fulcrum is in between. Now class 2 lever where load is in between. You can give a good example of nutcracker. So load बीच में होता है, fulcrum and effort is inside. Okay, you can take a good example of that cutter, supari cutter. Okay, so why we are keeping load in between, and okay, fulcrum is inside and effort is inside as well. So you can take an example of supari cutter as well. Now in third class lever, force is force effort is in between and fulcrum and effort लोड इज इनसाइड. एफर्ट बिटवीन में होता है, ऐसे टोंग जिससे हम पापड़ सेकते हैं, राइट? पापड़ जिसे सेकते हैं वो से टोंग you can take an example. In tong, what is happening? We are holding from the between. Okay, fulcrum is inside and load is inside and effort is in between. Okay, we are holding from the between, so we are pushing that from the between. So this is known as class 2 lever. Okay, और ये जो wheel and axle, wedge and pulley which we had finished already. Okay, just explaining, मैंने revision करवा दिया आपको पहले ही. So all these are known as simple machines. Okay, so if you have any doubt you can ask me. You have any doubt, boys, regarding to this chapter?
No doubt.
Tomorrow I will show you, okay, not tomorrow but next day, day after tomorrow I will show you some videos regarding to these chapters. Okay, I have downloaded 2-3 videos regarding to these chapters. Okay, pulleys and all, pulley, wheel and axle, simple machine कैसे work होता है and all forces and all this. Okay, so
Ma'am, you take the small test of objectives.
objectives. I'll explain you the exercise and then we will write the chapter and then we will do revision. Okay,
Ma'am, but in exam chapter 10 is also come, no?
yes, 10 and 11.
So chapter 10 objectives you take. Or chapter 9.
Bye, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye, everyone, and have a nice day.
You also, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, 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 bye,
Shafiq,
bye, bye,
off
bye,
your
Bye,
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 microphone.
bye, 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 bye.
Mohammad Raza Nayani, off your microphone. Go.
bye, 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 bye.
Musani, off your microphone and go. Left your microphone. Left your meeting.
Ma'am, bye.
Bye bye, Tafiq.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.